I'm in the kitchen. Fastest boiling water to melting chocolate without burning. KitchenAid Induction, $11.98. Appliance Direct.
Benvenuti amici. Welcome to Isabella's Bella Cucina in the beautiful Appliance Direct kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here for you this morning, and I'm going to show and share the most amazing tips with you today. This is my very first time in the Appliance Direct kitchen, and I am so excited because I'm going to share things with you that I've never shared before, if you can imagine that. I'm going to do two of my signature recipes for you this morning. One is Zuppa Vellutata con Peperoncini Rosse. That's right, that was Italian. I am Italian. And guess what? When I'm done with you, you're going to want to eat like an Italian. You're going to speak like an Italian. And you know what? We're going to become friends. So we're going to get started right now. All right, I'm going to put this stock pot on, and I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. Olive oil, let's talk about the olive oil. There are things in life that we can save a buck or two on. There are things that we can skimp on. One of the things that I want you to take out of your brain right now is skimping on the extra virgin olive oil. As a matter of fact, I only use two oils in my kitchen, and that's extra virgin olive oil and canola. So I want you to buy the best olive oil your bank can buy. All right, and I'll talk about these ingredients and tell you what matters and what really doesn't matter on the brand. But you buy the best olive oil that you can get your hands on. But we're going to put a little bit of olive oil in our pot. I'm going to put about 4 tablespoons of butter as well. And I'm talking about the real thing, babe. Take a look at this beautiful red pepper. All right, what I'm going to do is actually take a look at this. I'm going to show you a few different ways to core it. You can take it out just like that, pretty simple. We're going to cut it in half, and we're just going to put that in the pot. Now you notice I'm not getting crazy about any of the ingredients. You know, it's not important that we slice it just right, so perfect, because in this recipe, you're going to take these ingredients, we're going to cook them up, and then we're going to use the immersion blender and we're going to puree them, okay? With a few chunks though. Let me stir this up just a little bit. I'm going to get this going. I'm going to raise the flame just a little on this baby right here. Perfect. So we're going to use about 3 peppers in this recipe. All right, we got the peppers in. Now take a look at something. I've got these beautiful carote. I'm not scrubbing these carrots. Excuse me, I'm not peeling these carrots. I scrubbed them really well because I'm going to tell you that I peel very few vegetables because the vitamins are in there. So you want to keep them in there. And you know what? A lot of times when you're cutting a carrot, if you're not real comfortable with the knife, cut them in half, put them flat on your surface, and then you can cut them all at once. Now take a look. See how simple that is? We've got these beautiful carrots in there. We're going to throw a few cloves of garlic. All right, I probably have in here about 4 or 5 good cloves. How healthy is garlic for you? Well, I tell you, you can't have too much if you ask me. They are wonderful for you, and you're going to see this in my next recipe especially. All right, and you notice again, I'm not getting crazy about how I'm chopping them. I'm just chopping away. Here we go, very, very simple. Now, another ingredient that I absolutely love and is a must, especially in the zuppa, and zuppa is soup, of course, are shallots. Now, take a look at this shallot. If you don't really know what a shallot, as I would describe it, is a combination of an onion and a garlic. It's really in the onion family, but it brings such wow flavors, all right, to anything you add, to anything you make, actually. Do you think you season once? Absolutely not. We're going to season as we go. So I'm going to add a little bit of kosher salt right there. And I'm a woman who loves her crushed red pepper and cayenne. As a matter of fact, in the majority of my recipes, you're going to find that I hardly ever use black pepper. And I got to tell you, black pepper, as a personal chef, I will tell you that black pepper irritates many of my clients' stomach, and it's a fact. Many people will say, "Oh, I love this recipe, but can you get rid of the black pepper?" And I say, absolutely. But what I'm going to replace it with is crushed red or cayenne. Those two ingredients you will learn, and I will teach you how to take those ingredients and add just a little to give it the kick that you like, and it will not bother your stomach or digestive system whatsoever. Ah, Madonna, it smells fabulous. Okay, so what do we have so far? I want you to stay with me here a moment. Let's go over this really quickly because I want you to be ready for the next step. We have a little bit of olive oil and butter in the bottom of our pan. I chopped up those beautiful red peppers. I threw in the carote, the carrots, some garlic, some shallots, okay? I seasoned it up a little. Now the key ingredient. I gotta tell you, I love pears. And you say pears in Italian with the word pera, all right? But how many times do we go to a grocery store and you look at those beautiful pears, but they're hard as a rock? And I want a pear that's a little riper. But guess what? When I don't like what I see there at the grocery store, I'll go to the aisle and I will pick up a beautiful can of pears. That's exactly what I have here. I buy pears in its own juice, and I'm going to throw them in right here, the whole can, juice and all. And I'm going to let this saute for a few more minutes. All right, this is ready to go with our stock. What do I want to do? I want to get my ladle, and I want to put about 2 cups in there. I'm just going to move this over. And I got to tell you, this is probably about 2 cups right there. Do you notice that I have these beautiful herbs in here? Now, I did not make this stock ahead of time. I wanted you to see this is store-bought stock. But you know what? I dress it up a little. We all like to dress up a little. Well, why not dress up our recipes too? I add some fresh herbs in there, and I'm going to throw these beautiful, beautiful herbs right inside this soup as well. Guess what? Enough of the ladle. Let's pour this baby in just like this. Now, what's happening right now, we're going to let this cook and simmer for about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to stir it up.
I'm in the kitchen. Fastest boiling water to melting chocolate without burning. KitchenAid Induction, $11.98. Appliance Direct.
And I'm going to get started on our very next recipe. Let's talk about it a little bit. One of my signature recipes is called my Pasta Siciliana, and it is the healthiest pasta you will ever eat. And let me tell you why right now. The reason that this is the healthiest pasta is because everything is raw. You're not going to cook a thing except for the pasta. These beautiful pomodoro. What are pomodoro? Pomodoro are tomatoes. All right, I want you to pick out beautiful tomatoes. Not too ripe. You can have a good ripe one, but give me some that are halfway there, okay? Now, you're going to see how simple this is. All I'm going to do is get rid of the core. And I'm just going to take it and quarter this baby up. You know what? We're going to go over here and use this fabulous KitchenAid food processor. First of all, you're going to find that I'm the woman that's going to tell you I'm not into a lot of different gadgets, but the gadgets you do have, you want them to be the best you can buy. And I'm all about KitchenAid. I love their product. As you can see, I love the stovetop. Why? Because it makes my life simpler. And that's what I want to do for you. I want to teach you, all right, the secret of making your life simpler in the kitchen so it can get you the heck out of the kitchen and it can put meet you where you want to be, and that's with your familia on the table, because that's what we're about, bringing the familia back to the table. So what do I have in here? I've got 1 pomodoro, 1 tomato. I'm going to take these ingredients right now with me. I want about 1, 2, 3, 4. I say 5. Oh, what the heck, throw 1 more in there because I like ladju. And if you paid attention before, you saw I got a few cloves in that soup as well. So we're going to put the ladju in there now. And as every Italian has, if it's not in your garden, you're going to find that beautiful produce. You want some beautiful basilico. All right, I want you just to take a good handful just like this. Get rid of these stems. We don't need them. Put them in there. All right, this is it. We have 1 tomato, the garlic, and the basil. What am I going to do? I'm going to puree it. It's that simple. Now, remember I told you that these ingredients are raw? That's one thing about the garlic. You don't want to bite into big chunks of garlic, okay? So that's why we puree this step, first of all. Okay, gonna put this in a nice bowl right here. Give me some space. Here we go. By the way, take note. I love the space that I have on this KitchenAid stovetop. You know, some stovetops don't allow you the freedom to move around like I can. You notice I got my burners going. Notice that I've got this paper towel still underneath here. And let me tell you, there are no brown marks on that paper towel. Why? Because it's all about the safety of your familia. Whether it's your parents, whether it's your children that reach up there, you never have to worry about them getting scorched. And that's the beauty of these products. That's what I love about it, the induction. Here we go. I'm going to put this in here. Now, let's get back here. I don't know if you noted or took notice, you cannot boil, all right, water in a pan, all right, on any stovetop like you can on this induction. It's just amazing. And again, it's all about the time. And time, you cannot put a dollar amount on time. It truly is priceless. So we got this pasta water boiling. What are we going to do? We're going to season it. And I'm going to tell you, salt it rather. Honey, if this water doesn't taste like the ocean, you're doing your pasta an injustice, because you get 1 shot to season your pasta, and it's right here. All right? Because we can take pasta that has not been cooked in salted water, and I don't care what these beautiful ingredients taste like, you're doing your dish an injustice. So salt that water, okay? All right, now put that pasta in. And I like penne pasta. Penne pasta is pretty simple, and you can pick it up anywhere. So I've got that pasta in there right now. I'm going to move these herbs right now out of the way. I'm going to throw a few more in. Now, what do I want to do with these other tomatoes? I'm not going to puree them, because I like chunks of pomodoro, chunks of tomato, all right, in my pasta. So watch this. Just going to get rid of the core again, and I'm just going to cut this up just in big chunks. I'm going to put it in the food processor, of course, but we're not pureeing it. We're going to pulse it. Watch this. And get yourself a good knife. You know, we started to talk about gadgets a little earlier. Oop, this guy's trying to escape. By the way, don't forget to stir that pasta. No sticky pasta in my cucina, all right? And I don't want any sticky pasta in yours. So don't forget to stir it. All right, little more. Here we go. I'm going to take these pomodoro, these tomatoes, and we're going to pulse them just like this. Nice. Take a look at this. Can you see these beautiful pomodoro? Not pureed, just chunked. Just like that. Okay. And I'm just going to stir this up. Okay, notice that the soup that we had on earlier is simmering beautifully. Again, check out that paper towel, baby. It's a trick that nobody else can use unless you got a beautiful KitchenAid induction. Okay, you know what I want to do? Let's taste this right now. Remember I talked to you about seasoning your meals as you go, your dishes as you go. Here we go. Ooh, that's hot, hot, hot. That's a nice. I wish you could taste this right now, but you saw how simple it was. You're going to be able to take this to your family soon. Watch this. Okay. Let's get back to this pasta siciliana. Look how simple this was. What did we do? We took 3 tomatoes, nice sized tomatoes. We took the garlic, okay? We took the basil. Those are the key ingredients. Now, let's come on over. What did I tell you about that olive oil earlier? Because everything in this pasta is raw. Remember I told you about using the absolute best of the best? You want to use the best extra virgin olive oil. Now this baby's about 2 cups. You can see I used a little bit of it earlier. I want about a cup of olive oil in here. Now we're going to eyeball it. I got to tell you, I'm a woman that says, you know, cooking is not scientific. And I'm going to teach you that you don't have to freak out about exact measurements. Ah, we still need a little more in there. Let me stir this up just for a moment. The fruitiness of this olive oil, the richness and the flavors just right now are incredible. Okay, here we go. Want to add a little bit of kosher salt. Gonna add a little bit of cayenne. Why? Because you know this woman likes cayenne. All right, what did we use? Olive oil, kosher salt, cayenne, and I love my Romano cheese. Now, you can use Parmigiana, but Romano has a greater bite. Romano is more, it is stronger, and I want a nice, bold flavor of formaggio, of cheese. Okay, and you know what? Kind of matches my personality, don't you think? I'm probably going to be the boldest Italian woman you ever meet, and I think you're going to be glad you did when I'm done with you, because I'm going to show you how to make your familia healthy and happy, and to be able to spend that time with them, because that's what this is all about. Here we go. 1, 2, e 3. That was 1, 2, 3 in Italian, and I know that you can do it too. Stir this up again. Now I can tell right by looking at it, we need a little more olive oil. Remember I told you about a cup? And I know I didn't put a cup in there. So let's drizzle a little more in here. Let's taste this mixture, because we're about to throw this pasta in here. Okay, what does it need? It needs a little more kosher. So we're going to adjust this as we go. It's just like life. You know, I tell everybody, the tools in the kitchen are truly the tools for life. All right, we layer as we go, we flavor as we go, we taste as we go. We never get things done usually right on the very first time. I like a little more cayenne. I'm going to give it another little pinch. I like a little more formaggio. Here we go. And again, the beauty of this is that you're going to make this your way. You're going to see how incredible it is. I'm going to add a little more olio de oliva, just like that. Now, we got about a cup. I can tell you right there. Now watch what happens. The moment we've been waiting for right now. We've got this pasta. You know what I'm going to do? Right here from the pot, notice this little spoon. I love my spoon with the holes, okay? If you don't have one like this is one of the things I'm going to tell you, get one. It's perfect. We're going to throw the pasta right in there. Make sure you drain the water really well. It's really nice because you don't have to dirty your colander. And believe me, I use my colander all the time. Notice this pasta is going to be incredible. And wait till I mix it up. But there's something I'm going to do before I even stir it up. I think I got just about all of it right here. Now watch this. Just going to move this out of the way. By the way, I'm going to turn this baby off. because our zuppa is done and we're going to be ready to do our next step shortly. But here we go. You know what I'm missing? Where's my arugula? You know what? It's in the refrigerator. Hang on. I love arugula, and many people don't realize. People think of arugula, it's an incredible green. It's got a little bite, but they don't think about putting it in the pasta. Arugula, they think, oh, it's a great salad, and bar none, it's one of my favorite. But what happens when you put this arugula in this pasta? Look at what happens. I'm going to move this out of the way because I want you to see how amazing this is going to be. Watch this. The heat of the pasta actually wilts the arugula. And look at this. Oh, Madonna, it smells incredible. Tell me, how healthy is this pasta? Fresh tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, arugula. What more can you ask for? You got a major walking antioxidant right here in front of you. And let me tell you, I'm all about these healthy dishes. But healthy dishes without sacrificing flavor is what this is about. Isn't this beautiful? Now, I have it stirred up in here beautifully. Okay, you ready for this? The moment we've been waiting for. Let's try some of this right now. Look at the beautiful greens. I want a little of everything. Madonna, if you could taste these flavors right now, they are just like screaming in my mouth. They are bold. They are, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. I just don't know how to say it to you any different. It does not get better than this.
I'm in the kitchen. Fastest boiling water to melting chocolate without burning. KitchenAid Induction, $11.98. Appliance Direct.
Now, let's go back to the zuppa. Remember, take a look. This baby was cooking, okay, and simmering this entire time. You notice, I still have that paper towel. Let's go no further. I got to take this off. Hello, come off of here for me. He's not cooperating. There you go. I want you to see this. Not one burn mark. Not one burn mark. If there's nothing on this paper towel, darling, there'll be nothing on that baby's hands of yours. If your baby reaches up, come on, think about this. This has been hot the entire time, okay? If I did this, okay, on my electric stovetop, you would be taking me to the hospital. I'd have burn marks all over me. I don't have them right now. The safety of your familia is utmost importance to us. And that's what you get with this beautiful KitchenAid induction cooktop. You get these safety features that you just don't get anywhere else. Okay, let me remind you what we had in here. We had the peppers, we had the shallots, the garlic, the carrots, all in this beautiful stock pot. What am I going to do now? I'm actually going to use my emulsion blender. And be very careful with this, okay? If you've never used one before, all right, you want to let the soup cool down a little bit. But watch this. I'm actually going to do this, and I'm going to puree this. And it's going to be fabulous. This is the coolest thing. If you don't have one of these gadgets, you got to go out and get one. It's really neat. All right. Now, I want you to know, I could have taken it and I could have put it in this food processor and done the same. But to me, it's a much safer way to use the emulsion blender just like this. Now, I'm going to add some cream. Now, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups, but truly the authentic version of this soup has heavy cream. I'm not going to use heavy cream. I actually have a mixture of half and half and 2% milk right in here. I'm going to pour that in, and I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to stir it one moment because I want to see that beautiful color of the zuppa. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's practically perfect. What else do I need? I need some fresh herbs, of course. Of course. Take some beautiful parsley. Give myself a little room here. Chop it up. Perfect. Throw that in. And gonna get this ladle, stir it up a little. But of course, what do? We always taste our food. I never ever serve my food to anyone without tasting it first. So let's see what this does. That's a wow. Now, last but not least, let me take this over here for a moment. Here it is. I'm going to move to this side of the counter because I feel like I got a lot of things going on over there. Watch this. This is mascarpone cheese. You can buy mascarpone cheese just about anywhere in your grocery store. But if you don't want to use mascarpone cheese, and mascarpone is actually like an Italian cream cheese. That's how I describe it. But it's smoother and silkier, and it packs a lot more flavor. I'm going to put, that's probably about a teaspoon in mascarpone right in there. Because what that does, it creates a beautiful creaminess in this zuppa. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, I'm going to taste it with the mascarpone. Can you see what happens when you stir this up? This mascarpone melts in there so beautifully. And you know, I'm telling you, when you think it doesn't get any better, it absolutely does. And you see, that's my heart's desire for all of you. It's my heart's desire to bring you back to the table with your familia. It's my heart's desire to tell you, let's take that money that you would save when you buy your appliances here at Appliance Direct. And I'm going to tell you, no, don't put it in the bank. Don't put it in the college account. I want you to buy the best groceries you can buy for your familia, all right? Feed them the absolute best, then get yourself out of the kitchen and back in front of the table, because that's where we want to be. That's where we give our familia the greatest gift of all. And with all that said, if you remember when we first started this segment, I said, benvenuti amici. I said, welcome, my friends. But you see, when people leave our home, especially as an Italian, I always want to wish you well and many blessings. And I will say to you, vivere bene amici. Live well, my friends. Until next time, I will see you again. Ciao.
I'm in the kitchen. Fastest boiling water to melting chocolate without burning. KitchenAid Induction, $11.98. Appliance Direct.